Hello everyone, welcome to the Janome YouTube channel. I'm Janome maker Adam Ratliff, aka Adam So Fun, and today we're going to be seeing a Mirage Stitch, that is. This is available, I know it's available on the M8 and the M17, I believe probably the M7. I'm not sure all of the machines that this is available, but I'm going to show you where you can find out if your machine can do this. But what is a Mirage Stitch? The Mirage Stitch are these decorative stitches that look like they're just floating out in the middle of nowhere. They almost look like an embroidery that someone has come and the embroidery machine has done a little diamond and a little diamond, and I'll show you this up close. This is just a quick little bag I made. I actually just stitched a bunch on the, did some Mirage stitches on the fabric. I went in with some decorative thread, some glitter thread, and just ran a stitch down the center between each line, threw in a zipper, and now I have a cute little zipper bag that I can toss some pins and pencils and stuff into. The Mirage stitches are so cool because it's a really easy way to add a little decorative bam pizzow to your projects. And there are different Mirage stitches available depending on the machine you have. So I have 7. I believe the M17 has a lot more than I have, but it's so easy and it's fun to do, and it's a weird application, but it is really fun to do. And like I said, I just did this on fabric and then I made that fabric into a bag. One thing you're going to need is a heavy stabilizer. We're actually going to be stitching half on the stabilizer and half on our fabric. I know it sounds weird, and when we open up our fabric, it's going to show us our stitching. So this is Badge Master. I unfortunately don't have the wrapper to it, but this is Badge Master. It's a water soluble, but it is a heavyweight stabilizer. I've just cut some little pieces so I can show you how this works. The other thing is we're going to use our F foot. We want to use that F foot because we want to be able to do the full width, 9mm width if we want to. I also have my 9mm throat plate on because I want to make sure that I have the full advantage of the zigzag stitches and creating these designs when I'm using them. In my bobbin, I'm running a 60 weight thread, and in my top, I'm going to be using a Fantastico. This is a 40 weight thread. I am mixing and matching threads, and I'm mixing and matching colors. I like a thinner thread in my bobbin, and so the 60 weight thread is nice and thin, and that bobbin's going to last a long time. It's very similar to the thread. It's bottom line. It's the same thread I would use when I'm doing embroidery. And on the top, this is Fantastico. This is a tri-lobe poly. That's why you have a little bit of a shine to it, and that tri-lobe poly is going to give it a little boost, a little extra kick of flair, but this is also variegated. So I'm using a variegated tri-lobe poly. It's called Fantastico, and I'm actually going to be stitching in green, but it's on the machine right now, and it's 5062. So I'm going to bring you around. I have other examples. I did one of each of my stitch outs that I can do here on my M8. I have to say I'm just loving this M8. I'm loving more and more the different things I'm finding out about it, like the Mirage stitches. When we come over here, I'll show you some differences between the regular stitch and making some adjustments, because you can make adjustments to these stitches just like any other ones. So you can make them wider, you can make them smaller, you can pull them closer together. So we'll show you that. And you can mix and match these designs. So this is all 7 of them stitched out by just changing my stitch order and like creating my new stitch. So I'm going to bring you around the machine. We're going to stitch, stitch, stitch. I'm going to show you how to use the Mirage stitches, and we will see you right here in a second. All right, so here we are on our normal screen. I usually am stitching. This is what I am piecing with. So I want to go and find my Mirage stitches. So I'm going to go right here to my decorative and quilting stitches. It's going to bring up my thing. I don't see Mirage here, so I'm going to cycle down, and there's my Mirage stitches. So when I hit Mirage, these are the 7 stitches that we have. We have circles, diamonds, water drops, triangles, a keyhole, arrows, and lines. I actually like the lines the best, but that's what we have. We can program and mix and match these. So if I hit my program key, I can see over here that my box went blank, and I can, let's say I want diamonds and arrows. Diamond, arrow, diamond, arrow. I can do that. I can, let's trash those. Maybe I just want to do one of each. I can do that, and now we can cycle through and see all of our selections. Let's delete all those. Maybe I want a dash dash diamond, dash dash diamond. I can do that. So you can go in and you can create your own stitches. We're just gonna do, what should we do? Let's do these little triangles because that's not what they look like when they're done. Oh, I don't actually want that. Pattern combination currently being created will be deleted. Perfect. We're going to do these ones because they're kind of fun. Because you think this is what it's going to look like. Well, it kind of does. Whatever. This is what we're going to do. All right, so that is our setup. That's here. That's all we have to do. Super, super easy. Now, we do have the ability to change these settings. I can make them thinner. I can make them fatter. I can bring them closer together or farther apart. So this is where you're going to come in and you're going to play and mess around with it to find out what setting you like best. I want to go back to 7. There we go. Find the setting you like best. Okay, so we have our screen set. We're ready to go down to the needle. All right, so to do the Mirage Stitch, we need a stabilizer. I'm using this one. This is Badge Master. Like I said, it's a water-soluble stabilizer. So I'm going to take my fabric and I'm going to fold it in 2. And I'll just finger press this. I'm working around my camera, so that's fun too. All right, we're going to plop that on here. There we go. And so now I'm just going to lower my foot, and I want the needle to hit on my stabilizer right next to that fold. So that's nice that we have our arrow right here, and I usually drop the needle the first time. I was just a little bit over so I can see, and then we'll put the needle in. So now I have my machine, so I can't go super fast. Let me get you up close, and we're gonna start stitching. And you're gonna see I'm gonna stitch right next to my machine, my foot. And I think I'm gonna pick up, let me see if I can get you zoomed in better. Oh, there we go. I'm going to stitch, and I'm stitching half on my fabric, half on the stabilizer. When it does those straight stitches between, I'm right next to my fabric. I don't want to happen to pick up my fabric, because then it will not let us open this correctly. Because we're going to come back at the end, open this up, and we're not going to be able to see how all of this fabric is connected. We're only going to be able to see the stitches that are still there. Oops, sorry. I usually do things very fast, not this. There we go. I'm going to cut my thread, zoom you out. So this is what we have. And you're like, well, great. That's fantastic. That looks dorky. But watch. This is where the magic happens. We're going to open this up. And because the machine has changed the tensions for this stitch, as we open it up, I caught my fabric there a little bit, so that's why I say try not to catch your fabric. So as we open it up, we're going to get just that diamond shape. It's so cool. And then I would fiddle with this to get it opened really nice. At this point, because it's stitched, I could come and put this in water and dissolve that Badge Master to help me open this up, because that's what's holding it tight a little bit. Oh my gosh. Also, if you have some stabilizer, you could put some stabilizer on the back of your, like some SF101, just to give you a little more stability, because this is just a quilting cotton. So that's one application that you can do. Super easy, super cool. It gives a nice little look to, like I said, a project or just adding a little bit of decor to something. These are the different stitches that are available. So this is the circles, the arrows, the diamonds, the little dash marks, water drops, keyholes, and the one I just did, I don't know, triangles that aren't pyramids. We're gonna call them bow ties. But like I said, you can also change the settings to make these look different. So this is how it normally stitches. I'm gonna zoom right in. There we go. So this is how this one normally stitches with just our dash marks. I changed it for the dashes to be wider, and this is what it did. So you can get different looks by changing those shapes up a little bit. Also, you'll see that this is different fabrics. You can actually use this to piece. So if I wanted to piece, I'm gonna get my 2 pieces. There we are. I can still use the 1/4" lines on my needle plate. I'm still gonna throw some Badge Master under here. Oops. And let's play with a different one. Let's do, we're gonna do keyholes. There we are. Drop my foot. So I'm just using the 1/4" lines that are on my sole plate. I want to make sure that I'm here. I'm going to push you forward and make sure you're in the right spot. And we're going to go for the races. So I have my speed set right now to, if I pedal to the metal, this is how fast it's going to go. Oops, I got off my 1/4" a little bit, but good thing this is just a demonstration. It's like I want to turn it up just a little bit. Too many things at once. It's such a neat application. It's something that probably a lot of you didn't know you might have on your machine, if you have one of those machines mentioned. If not, go check your decorative quilting stitches and see if you have any Mirage Stitches there. Like I said, I'm not sure what machines or what all machines have them. Even if you only have a few options, you still have a chance to play. All right, so I'm gonna cut it. So I've put those 2 pieces together. I'm gonna zoom out a little bit. And when I open this up, it's stitched right here, so it's going to open to that point. Look how cool that is. And now these, you don't, oh, that one looks weird. Let's do this. See? Get in there and pull it a little bit. I hit it with an iron. There we go. It's just such a cool application to be able to do that. Now let's do one more thing. We're going to stitch 2 pieces together because I have 2 more pieces over here. But we're going to go into our settings and we're going to create our own design. So let's just do one of each. So it's going to stitch all of them. Circle, diamond, teardrop, whatever that thing is, keyhole, arrow, and the dashes. Let me grab some fabric. Throw on my Badge Master. Get all ready. There we go. Zoom you in and off to the races. So you'll see it's going to do the circle. I feel like circle gets the square. Now we're on to the diamond. Now we're on to the raindrop. Now that weird shape that I don't know what it is.
keyhole. Arrow. Box. And then it's going to repeat. And it's going to start that sequence all over. So when you use that program button and you pick your stitches, you're basically creating a new stitch for your machine. Or a new pattern. There we are. Let me zoom out. So there you can see it closed. And it's the sequence that we put in. And let's open it. It's like Christmas morning. We get to see what's there. Although we should know because we made it. And that's our fabric. So it looks like somebody went in and embroidered every single piece, but they didn't. We just stitched them together using our Mirage Stitches. So these are the Mirage Stitches. Go play. Do something. Like I said, I just made this little bag. And did a little bit. I used a different stabilizer on this that wasn't so heavyweight. And there's a few places that I had a little, oops, the back pulled through. But because it's variegated thread, you can't really tell. Like you would have never known, except I told you. So like here. So make sure you're using a stabilizer that's going to be a heavy enough weight that this kind of situation isn't going to happen. And, you know, this is going to be used. I'm not all that worried about it. So, yeah, these are the Mirage Stitches.
All right, everyone. So those are the Mirage Stitches on the Janome machines. They're super fun. Go try them out. I hope you might have learned something new about your machine today. Even if it has nothing to do with Mirage Stitches and it was the program key so you can create your own designs. I just think this is so cute. I'm definitely going to be using it in more projects because it's an easy way to kind of create your own textile. But we will see you in the next one. Don't forget to go follow Janome here on YouTube. Go follow them on all their social medias on Facebook and Instagram. You can follow me, Adam So Fun, on all social medias. And what I always say, at the end of the day, it's just quilting. We want to have fun. So go have some fun with those Mirage Stitches, and we will see you all in the next one. Bye, everybody.